Hi, welcome to Starting Today with Sherry. Today's video is in the series of income earning, and this is going to be my October 2025 results of the different incomes that I have. One of my previous videos, I talked about getting out of debt. You can check that out if you'd like to see how I got out of debt twice, and also talking about some of the big goals that I have coming up in 2026. So 2025, my big goal is to double my income from the previous year. And I have a variety of ways that I earn income right now. So, as you can see in the background, this is my online selling photography room. So, that is one of my ways I earn income. And so, that's where we kind of do the videos because it's easy for me to sit in this space that's just mine here in the house. So, going over the different streams of income that I have, I'm definitely on track for doubling my income. Um, and even from last month, I have improved. So, let me check my numbers real quick here. Starting off with my main source of income typically is my serving job. In the month of October, I made $1,822.72. This month was a lower month for my serving job, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that I got a really nasty cold and I gave away a couple of my shifts. And I also altered my schedule because it had seemed that our morning shifts were being really slow, and I wanted to also spend some extra time with family. So, this particular month, I did not get in near as many shifts as I have in the past. So, that income went down a little bit. However, another income that I do actually went up quite a bit. So, what I consider to be a side hustle is doing service delivery, and I do that mostly through DoorDash with a little bit of Uber Eats. In the month of October for DoorDash, I made $2,359.45. And for my Uber Eats income, I made $117.03. So you can tell which app I definitely favor. I know that for delivery drivers, I've seen other people talk about them on YouTube and other social media sites, and kind of depends on where you are and where the good sites kind of work out. And for me, it seems like a lot of the Uber Eats sites give me very high mileage, low paying jobs where I can get a lot more on DoorDash. So I don't know if it's just where I'm at. More people do DoorDash, buy their items through DoorDash, or what is going on with that. But that definitely works better for me here where I'm at in the Midwest. My other source of income is my online selling. And this has taken a huge hit. In fact, if you look back a year ago, I had brought in as my sole source of income was my online selling. But because I've been busy with other things, I have not put near as much the effort into it. And also, I am paying off a big purchase that I had made where I purchased over $6,000 worth of inventory. And so I am paying partially on that, as well as taking some of the proceeds for the income for the house. And so my online selling only was $229 on eBay and a measly $103 on Poshmark. Now, I'm not for sure if part of my sales decline has just to do with me not working it very much, though I think a lot of that has to do with it. I've noticed other online sellers that I follow on YouTube have been saying that in general, sales have been a lot slower. And we have a lot of things working against us. You know, we have the economy right now is very uncertain. We don't really know how much that might be affecting online selling. We also have the fact that, you know, mail prices, shipping just keeps going up, and somebody definitely has to pay for the shipping. So there's a variety of reasons that might make my online selling go down. But in general, I have not been listing near as much. And so that is something I have to decide what I want to do in the future. And I've actually even thought that maybe at some point I might step away from doing the online selling because for me, the things that I sell is a long process. I don't have quick flips as much. I don't have super hot inventory. I'm kind of a bread and butter type seller. And so that means I also have items that do sit for quite a while and just need to find that perfect one buyer. So if I want immediate money, my fastest money that I can make is doing the delivery services or getting a shift at work. And what I've been trying to figure out is what days and what times will make me the most money for the effort that I'm putting in. And that's kind of the experiment that I'm doing right now in 2025. So in 2026, my hope is to double my income again. And that is the ultimate goal. But right now, I'm kind of laying the foundation for which jobs bring me the most money and yet where I can still spend time with my family. I do sometimes have some other income opportunities. I have had some garage sales. I have done some Facebook selling, and there's a few other side hustles that I do from time to time that when they come up, I'll share them with you. So the grand total for the month of October for the income, and when I say income, it's what hits our bank accounts. And for the most part, the only thing that's not taken into consideration is gas for the vehicles as well as taxes. So this is the money that hits my account, and that was $4,631.20 compared to September's income, which was $3,819.91. So far, October was one of my highest paying months. My highest for 2025 was actually in the month of June, where I earned $6,228. In the month of June, I did do quite a few double shifts at my restaurant job. And what I've realized is that those double shifts are just really hard on me physically. I get really, really worn out. My body hurts, my legs hurt, my feet hurt. And so I like to diversify my day, not just working doubles at the serving job that I do. If I do some service delivery type thing, I'm driving versus just being on my feet. And a lot of the times I am doing grocery shopping when I do DoorDash anymore. And that gives me a nice break from just driving, getting out, walking to pick up those items at the grocery store. So that kind of gives me a better motion for my body versus just sitting versus just walking. And that helps me feel a lot better at the end of the day. I mean, I'm in my 50s, so I have to also think about my health and I have to think about how I feel and not just about the money that I'm making. So, looking back a year ago, it was in the month of November that I actually got my serving job. It was way at the end of the month. And so I'm nearing my 1 year anniversary in my serving job. In retrospect, I am so glad that I decided to get back into the service industry and find a job that I really enjoy. I enjoy in so many different ways, and also I can have some really successful nights there and just be able to do a job that I enjoy in the hours and having the flexibility that I have. I've been able to change my schedule multiple times to kind of work with my family, and also I've been able to have nights off and weekends off if I need to. And also, if I'm not feeling good, I just have to call in sick. The worst thing about having a job like that when you call in sick is you don't get paid. Though there has been some recent changes in our state's sick leave policy. And so I'm going to have to see how that all works because I know we signed something the other day about sick leave. So I have to investigate that a little bit more. It was in the month of February of 2025 that I actually started to try out DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I am really, really glad that I gave that a try. In the beginning, I was really nervous about it, but it's crazy to think that DoorDash paid me in the month of October more than what I earned in a month when I was a restaurant manager just a few years ago. Now, granted, I know the taxes and all that stuff is a little bit different, but even in my restaurant manager job, I did not have insurance benefits. The only main thing is that they were taking more obviously taxes out. And of course, you have your wear and your tear on your vehicle, but sometimes you just got to find that side hustle that works really good in your life. But I feel really blessed that I've been able to find a variety of work that helps me when times get tough. So if I just want to hunker down at home, I have my online selling. If my car is running good and I have a pretty good car that is reliable, and I want to go out and move around, I can do the DoorDash. And if I want to work with people and be in a high-paced environment where I'm hoping to get some good tips, then I have my serving job. And so, yeah, that's the different things that I'm doing right now, and that is the total of my income. Thank you so much for watching on my update and my income earning. And I hope that if you have a question or a comment, please do so below and like and subscribe if you have a chance. And we hope to see you soon.